Today we're going to be taking a look at the Haylou Watch S6. So I bought this watch on sale for 100 Ghana cedis or about $11 on AliExpress. And considering that Samsung and Apple's watches are quite expensive, should you buy the Haylou Watch S6? Well, in today's video we are going to figure that out. Stay tuned as we dive right in. So the box of the watch is quite miniature. It doesn't include anything fancy. It just has a picture of the watch, its name. It has the QR code for downloading the app. It also has behind it some features of the watch. It has a 2.01-inch HD display. It supports the voice assistants such as Siri and Google's Gemini. It can make calls. It monitors the health. And it has a 7-day battery life. We'll have to test that one and make sure. And it also has about 120 plus workout modes. So in the packaging we have the watch pre-strapped for us. You do not have to struggle to strap it or anything. We also have our charging cable. I think this snaps magnetically to the back of the watch where we are supposed to charge it. And then we also have our instruction manual. Nothing fancy. Okay, so let's put this aside and then take a look at the watch. So the charger snaps in reliably, but one thing I noticed is that if you do not turn it in the right orientation, it's not going to snap in. Right now it's in the wrong orientation, and you would notice that no matter how hard I try to put it in, it always finds a way to deviate. It's smart engineering. I think this watch is polarized. The terminals are polarized and they do not want you swapping it in or placing it in the wrong way. So to get it to snap in, you would have to turn the watch or the charger the right way, and then it snaps reliably onto the watch. The body itself is made of aluminum and it feels nice. The watch itself is lightweight. It's more or less as if all the weight is centered at the, I don't know, I think it's an aluminum strap. Yeah, I think it's aluminum or steel, but my best guess is aluminum. So the weight of the watch is more or less centered at this particular side, and the strap also feels flexible, soft and comfortable. I think it is okay. The watch itself is slim. It's not very thick, but the display is quite huge. One thing you also like to take note is that the strap uses this snapping mechanism. You pull this before taking it out. If you want to strap it back in, you put it inside and then you press onto this. Because I do not have bushy nails, so I find it a little bit difficult, but I think it should go by easily for most people. You push it in before you strap. Yeah, and that's about it. I think I have to do it a little bit tighter.
A few moments later.
So it took a while for me to successfully strap the watch in the right way, but once you get the hang of it, I think you're good to go. So the front of the watch looks nice. It looks expensive, but I got this for a very cool deal. Usually I buy things in a bundle. For that you get it cheaper. So let's turn it on and then see what this watch has for us. So first we see a language interface. So this means that the watch supports multiple languages. We have Portuguese, we have I think Turkish also, we have some Arabic, Chinese, I think Mandarin, Indonesian, and a few languages. I like to go through slower so that if you are planning to get this watch, you can check if it's available in your language or not. If you are not interested, you can just skip ahead. Okay, so we are done with the languages, and for the purposes of this video, I'm going to choose English because that's the only international language I can speak. And we are being asked to download the Haylou Fan app. So we've downloaded the Haylou mobile app. The application's interface is quite minimal. They go for a minimalistic approach. You have access to your activity directly on the front page. You have the opportunity to change to sport mode and then to make your settings here. So let's pair the watch and then let's continue. So this smartwatch has one of the simplest pairing mechanisms I've ever seen for a Chinese smartwatch. So you just click on this plus icon and then you click scan. You'll be asked to provide a QR code which you can get by swiping down from the top and then clicking on QR code. It's going to automatically sync to your app. It's going to set the time. And it's also going to allow you to be able to customize your watch. So you get a notification on the watch which you accept. After accepting, it's going to sync up and then pair your watch to your app. Now we are done. All we need to do now is to just click continue, and then we have to enable permissions. Here we can turn on message notifications for various applications on the phone. It's quite intensive because usually with Chinese apps you only get a few, they only support few messaging apps, but with this it's almost as if you get to enable notifications for any app at all you have on your mobile phone. So I'm going to turn on message notifications for only my messages app. I'm not going to turn on WhatsApp or X or any other messaging app because they are just going to spam my device. The watch would keep vibrating, and I know that because I have experience with that. So after synchronizing the watch with your phone, there's one more thing we need to do, and that's to enable these settings. What this does is that they do not want the app to close behind the background, and thus you need to enable this to prevent that. Now that we have our Haylou mobile app configured, there are a few settings you can change over here in the app. So first of all, you can change the watch face. You can go into your health monitoring. You can enable the background protection I was talking about. You can enable message notice. That is where you adjust the apps that you get notified for. And then also you have more tools here like alarm clock, weather, and all those stuff. You can also come here and then change the watch from 24 hours to 12 hours. And you can also perform a firmware update. It downloads a new firmware and then sends it directly to the watch. Inside the watch face gallery, you get access to a few beautiful watch faces, which you can download for free, of course. And then after downloading them, you send them to your smartwatch. You can also create custom watch dials by importing images from your gallery, and it works perfectly. Right now, I'm going to search for a custom made dial, and then I'm going to upload it to my watch to show you how it looks like. I think I like this one. So once you get the one you like, you can choose to like it, and then you can set as your current watch face. So it's going to push this from your device to your watch. So our dial has been uploaded to the watch successfully, and thus now we can test the watch itself. So we also realize that the time and the date and all those configurations have been set automatically. Now let's test out the watch's functionality. So first off, I'm going to start with the heart rate sensor. So I'm not going to place my hand there, and I'm going to see if it's going to detect it. That's a good sign because the watch is able to detect that I am not wearing it. Let me try one more time without wearing the watch, and let's see what result it gives us. It's able to detect that I'm not wearing the watch, and that it's not going to make any heart rate measurements. So I have the watch on now, and I'm going to test it again if I'm going to get a reading. So let's try again. This is taking longer than I expected, but I'm guessing that the longer measurement is going to mean more accurate results. Okay, 66 beats per minute. I do not currently know how accurate this is because I've not measured with any external device, and it doesn't also have blood pressure measurements in millimeter mercury, so I can't use my standard BP monitor to validate these results. But I'm going to find a way around it, and then I'm going to let you know how valid these results are. So let's take a look at the workout modes. So the watch has a few workout modes, but then you can custom add workout modes by clicking on this button, and then you get a huge variety of workout modes you can add. Also, you can get access to your results, your records, sorry. You can also check your activity, your footsteps, and then your kilocal, your kilometers you've walked. You can monitor your sleep using this, and then you can also check for your stress levels. Trying these two, I've realized that it doesn't measure unless you put the watch on. We also have a dialer, which we can access our recent calls. We can also check our contacts, and we can also dial directly from here. So we can make calls directly by dialing the contact from here. You can also measure SpO2. We can measure. We can take in breaths. We can check the weather. We can check the calendar, and we have SOS functionality. It also supports voice assistance. We can use this to set alarms, stopwatches, times calculator. We can also access the camera. We can control our music and then notifications from here. We can also use this to find our phones, and then we can also turn on flashlight, which is basically the watch displaying white light at maximum brightness. So this watch is quite simple. It doesn't come with a lot of bloatware. It's just simple, and I like how they chose to design it. It's not the best smartwatch you get, but for the price, I think it's a cool deal. I would buy this again considering the price, and I would even use this as a gift for someone because it's beautiful. If you're someone who just wants a smartwatch, you want something that you can use to make calls, you can use to view messages, I think this watch is perfect. If you want more functionality, then you can go for the more expensive modules like Samsung's Smartwatch or Apple's Galaxy Watch. But for the price, this is a very good deal. So that wraps it up for today. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you have any recommendations or any questions, kindly ask me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tuned.